Did you ever have to pack a box and found that it was too small for your needs? You decided to repack the box, but it was still too small. Finding the volume of the box and the volume of your items may help you to determine whether it's possible to fit all your items into the box. Volume describes the amount of space inside a solid and is equal to the number of cubic units it takes to fill the solid. Each solid, or three-dimensional figure, has a unique formula for finding its volume. Let's start with these building cubes to make a rectangular prism. The figure measures 3 cubes long by 4 cubes wide by 5 cubes tall. How many cubes were used to build this rectangular prism?
So we want to say 3 times 4 times 5, which is 60 cubic units, or 60 units cubed.
60 cubes were used to build this rectangular prism. If we look at just the base of the prism, we see that it measures a 3 by 4 area equal to 12 squares. Turning to the front view, we see that the 12 squares are stacked 5 layers tall. 5 times 12 is 60, the number of cubes used to build the prism. Let's use this table to determine the volume formula for rectangular prisms. This prism measures 2 cubes long by 1 cube wide by 4 cubes tall. It is made of only 8 cubes. This rectangular prism measures 5 cubes long by 2 cubes wide by 3 cubes tall. It is made of 30 cubes. Which formula can be used for finding the volume of a rectangular prism?
Are we going to add all of these together, multiply these together, or add these and then multiply the length? Which one works to get these answers?
The formula for finding the volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. Volume is always measured in cubic units. Suppose the solid formulas for rectangular prisms and cubes. Find the volume of each solid.
Remember, if this is a square, it's only giving us one side, that's going to be a 7, 7 here, and 7 there, because they have all equal sides.
Not all volumes are as easy to calculate. Let's explore the volume of a cylinder by comparing a cylinder to a rectangular prism. We know that the area of the base of a rectangular prism times its height is equal to the volume of the rectangular prism. Perhaps the same holds true for cylinders. Let's start by finding the area of the base of this cylinder. Recall that the area of a circle equals pi times the square of the radius. In this example, the area of the circle is 78 5/10 square centimeters. The radius is 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters squared is 25 square centimeters. This times pi is 78 5/10 square centimeters. Using our knowledge of the volume of prisms, we know that the area of the base or circle must be multiplied by the height of the cylinder. So, 78 5/10 square centimeters times 20 centimeters gives us a volume of 1,570 cubic centimeters. The formula for the volume of a cylinder is pi times the square of the radius times the height. Let's find the volume of this cylinder together. Enter the value of pi rounded to the nearest hundredth. The radius is half the diameter. Since the diameter is 7 units, the radius is 3 5/10 units. 3 5/10 squared equals 12 25 hundredths. Enter the height of the cylinder. The height is 11 units. Now calculate the volume of the cylinder. Enter the volume rounded to the nearest hundredth. The volume of the cylinder is 423 12 hundredths cubic units. Using the formula for a cylinder, find the volume of each solid. Use 3 14 hundredths for pi. Round your answers